Okay, I'm back on a Wednesday, 12:47 here in Ho Chi Minh City. We just had a bit of a rainstorm, which has passed over now, so that's all good. I'm playing an arbitrary world today, trying to get as many countries as I can, but I saw the leaderboard here. I'm not actually on the leaderboard, obviously. My best is 24,393 in 25 minutes and 34 seconds. So I'm just going to reduce the round time to 5 minutes and see if I can beat 24,393 in 25 minutes. So I'll drop this down to 5 minutes and jump in and play. Hopefully it's a good day. You can never tell. Hopefully the internet is playing along, because yesterday was a bit of a shocker. It's got a ton of bricks here and a trampoline. Very nice. Some fair-haired children in the background. There's quite a steep pitched roof here and a red barn. I wondered if this was like Europe for sure, I would think. It's cool for them to see the Google car. Got this old cart as well with some headlights and a post hole digger. It's a cool mobile. Like an old tractor repurposed. I've only got 5 minutes, so maybe I should move along and see what's going on here. Got an A-frame pole. Don't know what that tells me. This facade of a barn looks like it's seen better days. Some really, whoa. The roof here is just caved in. So the road's unsealed, but it's quite a good road by the looks. Something interesting over here. I'll just go around the bend. Oh, I probably can't go down there. And I can't read that sign, unfortunately. I kind of thought maybe Scandinavia of some kind here, but not too sure. Keep going. What would I be looking for? Language. Language is pretty much my best bet at the moment. There's a yield sign with a tiny thin border. We've got very short dashes here. This bollard, which I'm not familiar with. Let's see if there's some other bollards up here, I think. So yeah, I think this is probably consistent with Scandinavia. I'm not sure about the yellow. Normally I think it would be... No, I'm changing my mind here. I think, no, I'm not too sure. I think this is the town name. It's got 4 windows on the bus like in Estonia or Lithuania. Got the short dashes on the side of the road though. Which kind of limited in where we can travel. Which I thought would be like Sweden. I hope I don't make a big error here. Just trying to think of what Lithuania would look like. Or Estonia. Corolla T. Don't know what that doesn't really tell me anything. Let's have a look here. Not sure about the ooh here, but Dalsbrook bedding or Kinema. Only got 139 left. Just going to drop this in Sweden. Hopefully it's not a shocking guess. Somewhere flat. Nearby Flipstad, Nordmark. Oh god, it was Estonia. That's annoying. I'm just going to quickly check the bollards. Estonia. Oh man, that was 100% an Estonian bollard, obviously. I didn't see any white flowers. That's kind of been a matter that's working out for me sometimes. A blue strip on this card, just one. A cyclist. It's kind of curious, a bit dangerous on this road, I think. I don't think there's any reflectors on the barrier here. Not by the looks of it. And there's a green, there's a whole bunch of cyclists. There's a green mile marker with 14 on it. It doesn't really ring any bells. So think about Europe. Maybe I'll have to fast travel here. How many points? 3,500 points for the start. That was not going to break any of my records. Travelling. It's just a whole bunch of forest. This poor guy is stuck behind us. It's a Mitsubishi, which is not a European car brand. Okay, I've got something up here. Oh, nice. It's got a notice board. It's actually got a map here of the road, which is kind of convenient. And some language, which I'm not too familiar with. Beware of boulders. Just trying to imagine what. Oh, this is an interesting bus sign. Trying to imagine what European language that could be. It's got 4 windows and a driver's window as well, so totally 5. It's not much of a bus. Not much of a bus stop. They do have a bin, which is appreciated, and a timetable by the looks. What about the houses here? So based on the plate, I don't think it's Italy. It does have pine trees. It's got the decorations here. A Suzuki. It's got a nice bus route. The stops are really close together, which is, I guess, kind of good and kind of bad if you're riding the bus a long distance. Kind of annoying. It's got holy poles. Okay. So that would be Romania, Poland, or Hungary, probably. I don't often get Hungary, so I'm not sure about the Hungarian language. Oh, let's just quickly review this bus stop. It's got a notice board, which is nice. This mesh, which is not going to keep out the rain. A nice long seat. Appreciate that. And at least you can see the bus coming. It's got a bin and a timetable, so it's got the basics. It's kind of nice design, I guess. But you're kind of exposed to the elements other than directly above, so I'd give this one 7.5 out of 10. Just don't know any Hungarian meta. If this had a HU somewhere around, that would be helpful. Or RU, I guess. I think it's Romania. I wonder if I shouldn't have skipped over that language so quickly. So I'm not going to get any more language. This tiny sign, I feel like that's something. Probably, don't think this is Polish. I think I have to go, maybe I should go Hungary. I'll go Hungary near Romania for points. Okay, it was Hungary in the north. Wow. Yeah, I don't get a lot of Hungary, so that was 4,600 points. This could be Thai language, I think. That probably checks out. It's kind of near the equator by the looks. Regionally, Thailand is not something that I've got a good hold on. It's got concrete roads, which is probably regional. In terms of what region, I'm not too sure. And they're growing, I think, rice. Got this cool little hut up the back. And they've got palms of some kind. And some mountains. I'm not even sure what island this would be. Maybe I'll hedge South Sumatra here. Let's have a look there. Oh, it was Thailand. I forgot we were in Thailand. My gosh. my brain. Sometimes. It was right nearby Bangkok as well. Probably Thailand, I would have guessed. Okay, just this game is done, so I'll try and focus up for the next one. Driving right here by the looks, probably the US, I would think, or Canada. Very basic pole. Interesting light pole though. Very thick border on the giveaway sign. Squarish backplate. Is there water over here? Possibly. Got a pram and a little scooter here. It's cool watching kids ride scooters. Little young children. So this could be CA for California. Oh, actually that's Canadian. Probably with the maple leaf. Drummond Associates Chartered Professional Accountants. Kind of like a yurt style building here. What do they call it? Quonset. I'm not sure if that's a Quonset house, but good advice doesn't cost. It pays. Well, it costs initially. It may pay in the long run. I think having a yard sale or something. They've got a barbecue out the front here as well as some kids stuff. Maybe they're moving house. So CA, I'm not sure if that's like Calgary or not, or whether that's some qualification, because I think CPA is their qualification. Chartered Accountant is probably what it stands for. Suddenly occurs to me. I've got this on the bin. I think I had a look at Plonket before. I think maybe Plonket has bin designs for Canada. I'll have a look after this round. I hope that maple leaf's not bait. So it's got a stop sign, not a ret. So, and there's a Canadian flag. It'd be very odd if it's not Canada. Kind of wide open plains. I guess I will go near Calgary anyway. Could be anywhere here, I think. A little dry, so maybe a little closer to Calgary. Ooh, that was not too bad. 4,300 points. The wrong province. It was in Saskatchewan, but 277 kilometres, not bad. And now probably Brazil, I guess. That certainly looks Brazilian here, or Portuguese. I've kind of seen this layout before where they've got the traffic islands with some park benches on them. Brightly coloured as well. I don't recall where. Very cool. I think Brazil, hopefully. So it kind of looks like a Brazilian flag, but not quite. 87 years of Parabéns Fronteiras. 87 years of political emancipation? Could be. Not sure if this is even a bus stop, or whether it's just a nice shelter. A lunch cart, I think. Some chums chilling out the front. What's he up to? Oh, there might be a tap on the wall. It's like drinking from the hose. This is probably a Brazilian style phone booth, I think. Nusa Sonora de Fatima. Seems to be something religious. Belém. Is that bait? I haven't got really any other ideas. There's kind of palms and things which could be Belém style. I don't think this is in Belém, though. I have been to Belém. Got mugged in Belém. Okay. Hopefully that's not bait. It probably is, to be fair. I'll go nearby. Or out in the suburbs. How about that? Miles away. Absolutely miles away. 1,000 kilometers away. Oh, it was Frontieras. So that was the name of the town. Would I've, if I'd known that, could I have scanned for it? Probably not. Oh, I was trying to work on my country streaks as well. So that's 1790. What was the time on that? 15 minutes and 14 seconds. So the pace is good. The points are not so good. And I'm struggling with the country streaks. This is not going to help. Some interesting purple flowers there, which actually, these ferns and things, you kind of get in Australia and presumably New Zealand. Ferns and palms. Traffic cone seems fairly standard. It's not exactly like we get in Australia. It looks pointier and taller. That looks like could be a New Zealand bollard though. These palms must be planted surely. This pole I've seen in New Zealand, I got it confused for a Stobie pole, which is very depressing at the time. If I found a place name that could help, but I'm not super up on New Zealand place names and locations. Lloyd Road, no exit. It's ominous. Once you enter Lloyd Road, there's no escape. Like I guess it's a junction box or something for electricity. I thought it was like a barbecue. An odd public barbecue on the side of the road. A road number would be helpful. Problem is, speed means travelling quickly, and I'm always a bit interested to see a lot of detail. Got cat's tails, I think that's what it's called. Here we go. This is kind of interesting. River Downs, Riverhead, New Zealand. Cabra, that's not really interesting. It's kind of nearby a lake, I guess. Tom Farley fencing. It's not really helping. I think I should probably scan. So, I guess it's kind of, with the ferns and things, could be equidistant to Tasmania, although we do get ferns all the way in the north as well, in Australia, so maybe north of the South Island. It's probably pretty cool. Ferns, I'm going to go all the way north here. North of Auckland. Oh, wow. It was just north of Auckland, nearby Riverhead. And golf projects. Trail tuned mobile bike service. Interesting. So that was 4,903 points. That's one of my better New Zealand guesses with no real information. So Ferns North. What are these? Cows, I think. Oh, donkeys. Maybe donkeys. Or mules. Something like that. Grass-roofed huts. A termite mound, actually. think Namibia had termite mounds, but this is not Namibia. I don't think the poles in Namibia, I spent like a couple of hours looking at Namibia and the poles were pretty basic. It's a lonely goat, an Airbnb. I thought this was a bus stop, it still might be. Yes, it is. It's got a bin. They've maximised the seating. There's no cover overhead for rain, but I guess they don't get a lot of rain here by the looks. It's got some interesting rumble strip on the side of the road. You'll notice that if you start heading off the road. I guess it's for the bus's awareness. I hope this is not Namibia. I can't quite remember anything about it, to be fair. No front plate on the car. Not sure if that's helpful. I really do struggle with Africa. Disposal site. Disposal of what? Do they mean like a dump? A tip? I think in Australia we call it a tip. Another car with no front plate. Oh, maybe it does. A white front plate. If I saw a back plate, that would be handy. This could be Botswana. Botswana has black and yellow poles. Kagotla. Maybe I should scan Botswana. I think the foliage kind of checks out for Botswana. It's kind of low, nothing too tall. There's some planted trees, I think, because we're kind of in a city. Kagotla. I think Botswana's pretty big though, so that's could be tricky to track down Kagotla. Driving left, I think that checks out. Botswana, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, I think, and then Rwanda's left. Right, I think. I think we're in Botswana here. Driving north-south almost directly. Could this be the A1? Could be. I'm not familiar enough with Botswana. I'll drop it somewhere on the A1 here. Okay, that was not too bad. We're actually on the... there's a wedding event in Community Hall. Very cool. I don't see Kagotla, to be fair. That's 4,700. I'm just happy to get Botswana there. So this could be sorry, not Eswatini, Estonia again. What do I know? Got some high-pitched roofs here. And I can't go any further that, oh gosh. I'm going to fast travel up here, see if I can get to some detail. Because it's a good start. Nearly 10k for the first 2 rounds. Here we go, an intersection. Actually, this. No, I think that's actually unique to a certain country and I can't remember. Valley View, is it Canada? I think that's unique to Canada, which is going to be problematic unless we have a highway number. Something quite unusual about it's a bunch of trees, 355 and the 356. We're on the 355, turning onto the 356. Cardros. The road quality is pretty bad. I kind of got a Europe vibe here, so I hope this is not an embarrassing departure into Canada. Yellow road lines, driving right, so that checks out. I'm not sure what the... oh, there's no roads here. We need somewhere with roads. Maybe somewhere a bit more rural. Oh no. There's 9s, 8s, 7s. We want 355 now, all the way to the west. 97. .355 or 356 is what I'm looking for. I wonder if I should travel more and see what's going on. Got 30s. Oh my gosh. What did this say? A state would be helpful. A province would be helpful. Anthony Delauder team. Lot for sale. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. 373. 355 and 356. So where are we? Manitoba. I didn't get that impression. It's 513. Surely it must be around here somewhere. If we've got the 37s. 373, that's the only road here though. 618, 304, interesting. 326. And then 400 down here. I hate scanning for roads. Was it 355 I think I was looking for? I've lost it. It's somewhere in here surely. I didn't even scan far enough across. There's PEI. That's completely crushed my game. 355. I didn't scan all of Canada. I wonder if that, actually afterwards I'm just going to quickly check and see if that hatched yellow sign is specific to a certain region or whether it's everywhere. So here I guess it's probably Taiwan, I think. Are we stuck? Can we go down here? We can. It's all the way to the base. I think that's a good for Taiwan. It's not the most beautiful part of Taiwan. Got some rice fields next to like industrial waste recovery or something. I don't know. I'm just going to drop it somewhere in Taiwan. It should be fairly good points anyway. Is it mountainous? Not really. Something off in the distance there. So maybe over this area. It's probably right near Taipei, but try that. Ooh, that was a nice guess. 41 kilometres away. Extended my streak to 6. I think maybe 17 or something's my record streak. Not great. I can't quite make this out, but it kind of looks Spanish. Got an antique wheelbarrow. Blown out the tyre there. Could be Portuguese. What about some Poles? Yeah, this could be Brazil, which is not going to help my points because I've got no real idea. It's kind of Amazonian looking, quite lush. Yellow center lines. I should say Pare. Yeah, Pare. Checks out. Driving right. I think I'll just drop this somewhere around the Amazon. Oh wow, that was amazing for Brazil. That is very nice. 4,000 points, so 19,821. My gosh, except for that one round in Canada. So if I had that around 4,000, that would have been 2,500 better. Still only 22. Not great. But improving. Anyway, hopefully I can crack 20. It's Korean. That's an interesting stop sign. I wonder if that means it's kind of somewhere a bit more touristy. If they've got English on the stop sign. Here's something interesting. Not really that interesting. It's just the road weight limits, I think. But this could be interesting. Has some place names, I think. Hello. I think they're actually replacing the pole. That's very cool. You don't often see a pole. Hey, wait, I can't even go down here. Oh my gosh. You don't really see pole installation live like that. So 1022, that seems like it's going to be a small road. 1008 and 1022. It's got the Mirabile, yeah, Folk Museum and Bugok Spa. I'm not sure where Spa country is. I'll look for the 1022. South Korea's not that big. Surely I can get something. So we want to zoom in, try and get 1,000s. Oh no. The zoom is quite bad. I'm zoomed right in here. Looks like we're increasing anyway as we go north gradually, and now we stopped. So we've got the 900s here. We need the 1000s, unless I've got to zoom in more. Problematic. The problem I had in Canada there is I didn't check every square inch of Canada. So we're just looking for low 1000s would be handy. Hang on, let's check Jeju just to make sure. Oh yes. That could be Spa country. It's got the 1100s though. Has it got anything lower than 1100? That's kind of disappointing. Is there another island? $800s. Muriang. No, I don't think it's here, to be fair. What about this island? Nothing. Too small. Here we go. 1018. We want 1022. We've got 1021. Surely, come on. It's got to be near here somewhere. Why? 1009 and I need the 1008. What is wrong with numbering systems? 1003, 1001, 1009, and here's the 1007. Wonder below 22 I want. Oh, it's somewhere near here. What's the name? Miryang or Hanam. Yikes, there's a lot of places here. Surely we've got the 9, the 10, the 8's got to be somewhere near here. Outrageous. Sometimes this game drives me crazy. Just gonna drop it in here. Ooh, it's a lot further north here. The 1008 and the 1022. 4851 though, 56 kilometres, that could have been so much nicer. Dr. Emilia Axmana. Jakminkova. Just not sure about that language. Here's a nice bold 282. Let's check out the baby. Oh, we lost the baby. So what about this language? It's like Czech or Slovak, I'm not... This A is probably... It says for Czech here. It could be Czech. Just trying to remember the unique Czech character. Or anything unique about Czechia or Slovakia. I guess I'm just going to go Czechia. Whereabouts though? Is this the place name? Prodej? Rojna? Not too sure. Plasti. Papier and Plasti. So they're mocking English speakers. Or the English language, possibly. So there's 5 steps. 5 steps barrel-chested man. Oh wow. Man with a hat and a little girl, presumably, with a bow in her hair. Very nice. I should probably travel to a main road here. That would be handy. Let's just quickly check. Oh, actually, I think I've seen this before with the birds. They haven't utilised the seating, but it's nice and clear so you can see the bus coming. No timetable or bus sign. Got a bin nearby though. A nice wooden touch. I'd give that 6. It's not overly impressive. It's the police. Do they have the region here? Kropin? Kropin in Czechia. Oh gosh, that's never going to scan well. Most. Should probably just drop it in the middle here. It's going to be fairly good points, I think. Pisk. I don't know. I'll go halfway between Brno and Prague. It's quite a way east there. There it is. Kropin. We got Albert Supermarket. Could I have scanned for that? Probably. I am very lazy. 4,600 points. So third round, gosh. I kind of thought these were Argentine style black poles, but I don't think that's the case. I wonder if there's anything on the other side of this rock. So I think this is probably... let's check out the dog. What's he aiming for? See some chickens or something. Oh, there is a chicken, I think. Maybe that's just trash. I guess this could be Chile. I think Chile they have black signage as well, but I'm not too sure. Let's check out the plate here. Blue at the top. I'm not sure. Pandaria Venta de Elo pizzas. I think it's got ice cream. It's like a bakery with ice cream and pizzas. Open 24 hours. Ramos Generales. Just want to check this plate. It could be an Argentinian plate. I think I see a black dot here. Dispensa el Turco Tonto. Is this a gaucho? Not too sure. I think I'm going to have to go Argentina here. Yeah, I think that is an Argentinian plate. It's got a roadside barbecue here. Or could be a trash can. It's somewhere. They made it out like some western town. They sell pizza everywhere. Sandwich de Milanesa. Saloon bar. They're making it out like some western town, which they do have a lot of cowboys in Argentina, so maybe that checks out. The scenery is really dramatic. Like, I forget where, somewhere in Chile. They've got a huge rock that protrudes like this. Actually, there's some directions here. Paso del Sapo. I think the Moye is where I'm thinking of. El Moye. There could be more than one, but I thought El Moye was a Valle or something. I remember going there. Arica, is that Arica a real place? I think it was at Valle. Having convinced myself that that this is Argentina, why would I switch now? Except that I'm sure El Moye is like a big rock that towers over town. I'm gonna do it. This is a bad idea. I should really just look further, but joik. Gosh, that's annoying. Let me just juggle that. This is in Chile, I think. Yeah, here. Nearby La Serena. There was always a chance, not Avalle, but La Serena. If that was the correct El Moye, that would have been a really good guess. Man, I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't go for Argentina. Oh well, 2,400 points. That's screwed me pretty badly. Okay. That cowboy scene, I think because they've got a lot of cowboys in Argentina, gauchos, drinking their mate. Rancho de Valde kind of has the same vibe as before. Straight north-south road. Some mountains off to the west. Ooh, some mountains off to the north as well. This pole, which is quite artistic. Not familiar with it. Just checking on things. Some trash beside the road. I know that's sometimes useful to know. I guess it's not Singapore, so we know that much. Singapore famously clean, but if you get somewhere near like woodlands or whatever to the north, it's only the inner city that it's clean. That bollard, which is, I don't know, maybe this is Mexico or the US. I can't quite tell. I think the yellow centre line here. I might have to fast travel, see if I can find a sign or something useful. Driving right. These bollards, which I don't know, they could be US. Normally they don't have bollards in US, but they have all sorts of regional things. Usually pretty basic, as is my understanding. I'm not overly familiar with the US. Someone moving a fridge? Maybe. So rancho kind of makes it sound like Mexico. El Rancho Relaxo. It's like a Rancho 3B toss. I think this is a chubby Mexican arrow, if I'm not mistaken. I've come across it quite a lot. So what are these mountains? The Sierra Madres or something? I don't know where they'd be. I have a real difficulty locating mountains. Here's mountains. Maybe here. Coming out to Bustamante municipality. Travelling from Tula on the 101. Is that? Yeah. Don't really have any street numbers. I mean road numbers. It's not really a street. Here we go. Here's something, a mile marker I think, 24, that's absolutely useless, thanks. Rieno Sanitario. My Spanish doesn't extend to that. Sanitario, I thought it was like, not hospital, but something like that. Escobedo. Not sure what that's about either. Surely surely Mexico is a good guess here. Escobedo. I'm not going to be able to find that. Dr. Arroyo. Okay, kind of not a bad vibe guess. 3,800 points. Oh, I meant to zoom in and have a look. A little closer look there. Hello. This is a Czech or Slovak bollard. So last round I had Czechia. I was trying to remember some unique characters in Czech or Slovak. I think this is Czechia again. Okay, let me not butcher this name. Elul? Ahoy, how's it going? You've thrown a mate in there like it's a scholar. Here we go. It's got a Yeti. A very cute, friendly Yeti. So some ski town in Czechia or Slovakia. I thought, like Czechia, I'm not sure about this crest here. If this is a bus stop, then it gets a lot of points. A bus shelter. It's got enormous bins. A plethora of bins. It's got a nice chalet design. A notice board nearby. Looks like it might be at risk of getting taken out by, yeah, it is Czechia. Taken out by the bus. It's got a lot of mirrors here. So, I'm not sure. Dobracula. I should just be scanning Czechia this whole time. So where are mountains? I think actually ski slopes used to show up, or do show up, at a certain scale. Where are mountains in Czechia? It's always on the borders, surely. I think, are these ski slopes? Difficult to say. It's not a huge country, so shouldn't lose too many points. Some mountains up here. I like the look of that. Dobruska. I don't think it's. I might just drop it central in the mountains here. Ooh, not too bad. 61 kilometers away. I think these are ski runs or something. No, that's a road. Difficult to say. That's very cool. I'm glad I got that. 2587, not too shoddy. Not close to what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like mid 24s, I think. That was 21 minutes. And my record is 24:3 in 25 minutes. Try again. I haven't had a really good score. I think that's probably my best score so far. This language is kind of difficult to see at this scale. Maybe move closer a little bit. This is capsam.com domain. I don't think any of that's too useful. I'm not sure what the language is. It might be actually Turkish, is it? It's kind of difficult to tell from that distance. Some trash. Not too useful. Continuing, this lattice work, utility pole. It's kind of swampy here. Kind of backing away from my Turkish thought. This is a very holy pole. Made of metal. Kind of lost in a network of utility poles here, of variety of size and design. Maybe I should fast travel somewhere. Hopefully in this direction I'll be fine. Some kind of house there that I missed. These are very holy poles. I'm not sure what the deal is. Now I'm lost. It's like me travelling IRL. It's completely lost. Hoping to find something I recognise. I think these, it looks like an orchard or something. Oh, this road is getting worse. I'm very it went from sealed to unsealed, so and I think I got thrown back because you can't travel down here. Let's have a look. Yikes. I've got no vibe on this place. I have to fast travel the other way. I wonder if I can go far enough just to get like a main road in 2.5 minutes. There was a car, that would have been useful, but I'm on a mission here. There's a house. I went a little far. Oh gosh. They've got a nice little picnic area out this back here. It's like a farmhouse. Presumably a European. I don't know if this could be Turkey or not. I don't think so. That's the first thought I had, and I've got no other thoughts. Got cows around here, maybe? Possibly. Well, I'm completely lost. I don't get a vibe off these houses at all. Is this where I started? It is, gosh. I've achieved absolutely nothing. Capsam. My initial thought was Turkey, I'll just get Turkey. It's a very frustrating round. Let me find Turkey. What have I got? A minute left, I should be able to find Turkey in that time. Somewhere here. Bam. Not regionally correct, but all I had was that language which I couldn't quite see. So kind of okay. This road needs a little repair. A lot of repair. Myriad, how are you doing? Good to see you again. I thought the phone number had a 2 for Turkey, which I think the 2s are over here. The 3s are central and then the 4s are over the right, but I didn't put too much thought into it. I was looking for somewhere a bit green. Don't know what to make of this. Poor roads. I thought I saw a bollard, which I went back for, but I guess it wasn't. It's black on the pole bottom. There's some bollards up here. I think it might be Russia, actually. Yeah, it is. I got the tip, black on the pole bottoms is Russia. In terms of where in Russia, yikes. I don't see this being a record-breaking round. It's probably... Where do they put all the politically problematic people? I forget. Could it be up here? Could be anywhere. I've no read on Russia at all. It's such a huge place. It's probably all the way west. Siberia, that's what I was trying to think of. And I don't even know where Siberia is. You don't want to know where Siberia is. It's probably up here. I don't actually know what coverage there is in Russia anyway. Maybe I should go all the way west. Aren't there mountains over here? Yeah, that's a bad guess. Somewhere flat. That's right, there's an Australian band, the Skyhooks, who had a song, Jukebox in Siberia. That's how I can remember it. I'm just going to guess here. Yikes. Oh, I didn't mean to open the map there. Just going to Google where Siberia is, just for reference. Yeah, that does not look very pleasant. Up here. Looks pretty touristy. Yakutsk. I've got actually Yakutsk on my weather app on my phone because I think it gets normally like the coldest anywhere in the world is Yakutsk. Let's check the temperature in Yakutsk right now. Where's my weather app? It's probably summertime, so it's probably not that bad. Yakutsk, 18 degrees, nice, cloudy. Sounds pleasant. But in the wintertime it does get a bit chilly. So that was 1,400 points. Terrible. Got these tiny signs. There were tiny signs in Hungary, I think, earlier. If I recall correctly, which is a little unlikely. Some unique signs. I don't recall having seen the like of them before. Is this a bollard? Yeah. That's interesting. I think it's got like Chinese on there. I don't think it's Japanese. Although this could be, yeah, it is Japan. Yikes. Now comes another shocking, actually. Let me speculate here. These poles are quite high. I wonder if this is Hokkaido because of the snow. Ooh, okay, let's see here. I was not expecting, is that water? I think it is, unless we're looking down at clouds. I don't know. I think I'm going to plonk this somewhere in Hokkaido. Based on my elevated sign guess. Yellow centre lines as well. Is that normal for Japan? I don't think so. This must be snow territory, surely. And I think Hokkaido gets some of the most snow anywhere in the world. Probably just making up facts now. So what was that direction? It's kind of like east. Not sure if there are mountains or the ocean. We could be all the way north here in Hokkaido. How about that? Oh no, gosh. There's Mount Aso. Natsuki the man is from Aso, if I'm not mistaken. Too much volcano. 2,000 points in Japan. Brilliant. Driving right. In Czechia or Slovakia again. I find it a bit difficult telling them apart. Which though once, when I was younger, is all one country, Czechoslovakia. The 58, I can probably track that down to one or the other. It'd be good if I had a read on which one it was. It's really, I think this is Czechia again. On the 58, let's double check. It's got the 20s. Maybe I completely... Oh, hello. This is the 57. 56. Now I've got this game again where I'm looking for the one that doesn't exist. Here's the 58. Oh my gosh. And what place? Pribor. That's where I am. I'm on Pribor. And Lichnov is the other direction. Pribor and Lichnov. So we're 9 kilometers from Pribor, turning a corner, kind of going, we're travelling north, presumably on the 58. And then we want to bend the opposite way, about 9 kilometers from Pribor. What was the other place? Koprovins is here. So that's 2 kilometers there, so we're quite a way south. Must be an intersection, surely. No, it's not an intersection, it's a corner. North and then a sharp turn to the east on the 58. Kind of like here. Is there a river before? Another turn from the east, so it's like a loop. Oh, who cares? It's somewhere here. Now I've lost the towns that I'd located. 58, it can't be that far. Pribor. So, I don't know, somewhere around here. Around here. Oh wow, 75 meters. That must be right on the limit of 5k. Oh wow, amazing. That chewed some time. This looks like France. Just the signage. Lacays? Not too sure. Farming country. They've got silage. Brewing. Fermenting, I think. Look at these. Those are some hefty cows. They couldn't be. Yeah, they must be cows, not bulls. They look like meat cows. So I guess it's the end of the season. I don't think this is a good way to go. I'm going to have to plonk here. I'm not going to travel. It's nearby Lyon. There's a national park there. I might just go a little further north. Oh wow, 186 kilometers. Could be worse. Streak of 7. 16,000, that was shocking. Oh, Russia. And Japan. How did I get Japan so horribly wrong? Still, some very nice... Well, Turkey wasn't great either. It was... Yeah, some really annoying rounds there. 2 good ones. Still managed 16,000 points. Just got to quickly take a whiz. Maybe 90 seconds. Did anyone time me? I feel like that was like 55 seconds or less. Turkey one was an okay guess. I kind of got gulled by the phone numbers. And then, like, having learned that there's 200s there, 300s here, and 400s to the west, I came across a 500 in Turkey. So I'm not sure if the phone codes are 100% on Turkey. Turkey assistance is welcome. Just making sure everything's looking okay. Seems good. Okay, now it's stuck again. Sheep. Could be Wales or New Zealand. Actually, I think these are black-faced sheep. She's treated me well in the past for the UK. Pretty windswept, I'd say. This. They This sheep has its tail still, I think. Normally they dock the tail when it's young, unless it's that kind of sheep which you don't take the tail off. Or maybe they don't do that anymore. I think there's some concern over cruelty. Yikes. This is very windswept. Ahoy, Stratford Will. Thank you very much for the raid. Let's see if I can do a call out. I'm very bad at this. A shout out, sorry. Can't even see my comments. Absolutely hopeless. I'll work it out one day. Oh, here we go. God. I'm such an old man. Oh my gosh. Just not set up for this. Here we go. 10 minutes later, I think I'll get this shout out. Did that work? Nice. Oh my god, that's the first time it's ever worked for me. I think it's like Wales here or something. Got distracted. I'm not too sure about... I think it was like a black-faced sheep and an undocked tail sheep. Oh wow. 91 kilometers away. Okay, I'll try and... I think I've had one 5k. I've got my time limited at 5 minutes. There's an enormous cell tower here. Okay, let's check this out. Ooh, interesting. It's Taiwan. Or Japan. Very mountainous here. I think it's Taiwan. No, Japan. Okay. So, in terms of mountains, it's probably like Nagano or something, I would think. And we've got the ubiquitous, I think that's the word I'm looking for, vending machine for Japan. Normally in colder areas they have like corn soup, which is pretty good from a can. It's probably outrageously expensive now that I think about it. So the landscape here, I think, is possibly nearby Nagano. That's the ski town where all the young wealthy Australians own chalets. bend upside down, upside down. Thanks for the follow. Really, multitasking is not my specialty. There we go. Wow. Not too bad, 129 kilometers away. Extended my streak to 9. Nearly went Taiwan there, that would have been a disaster. And that's nothing. Oh, here we go, RN 147. Is it Route Nationale or something? Driving right, all white road lines. I'm gonna quickly fast travel here, see if I can get something else. Just not entirely sure what country I'm in. San Luis, Buenos Aires 812 to the south. Buenos Aires to the south. And what was that route number again? 127, I think. Which way did I go here? 147. Hopefully that's the road number. Surely it's a lot further north here. This drives me absolutely bonkers. Road numbers. 100 yen in a dream. Exactly. It's been so long since it's been pre-COVID since I went to Japan. I used to go quite often. From Australia it's kind of like fairly cheap, fairly close, but now I'm married to a Vietnamese woman, so I spend all my time in Vietnam now. One day it'd be nice to have a holiday somewhere other than Vietnam. The Mercedes. Is that going to show up? Just don't understand why the 147 is not showing up, except that I've had some bad luck with mislabeled roads. I was wondering what it has for the aura. It's got the aura. It's like amazingly popular now. South Korea is good as well, and close handy. Oh, there's Mercedes there. Let's see this 147. So there's Mercedes. Buenos Aires is down here. So what's the difference between those two? Was about 700 kilometers, and San Luis is 28 kilometers away. So if I can locate San Luis, it should be somewhere around here. It's about 100 kilometers north of Mercedes. Hopefully this is the correct Mercedes. Don't see myself 5K'ing this one. Come on, San Luis. So Mercedes here, I think it's like the 123, not 147. About 100 kilometers. Colonia Santa Rosa, San Miguel, Empedrado. Oh my gosh. This is where I just... The Ramones. Okay. My favourite band. I feel like I'm just going to plonk it here somewhere. I'm not like a 5K absolutist. If I were better, I definitely... Oh my god, that was miles away. I'm glad I wasn't scanning too well. 147's right there. Frick! Villa Mercedes. So it wasn't just Mercedes. That was unfortunate seeing Mercedes there. Oh my gosh. That's 3,000. So much fun. My face is red. It's a concrete road. It's Philippines probably, I guess. Here we go. So what does this say? Republic of Philippines, Department of Public Works and Highways, Region 6, I don't know. Western Visayas. Talisay City. This is where your taxes go. To this sign, which is very elaborate. Percentage of completion, 100%. Talisay City. There's much I do not know about the Philippines. I should probably just scan for Talisay. I was just trying to get a vibe of where it is. Yeah, I want a vague grasp. Brooks can ball. Thanks for the raid as well. See if I can get this shout out. Yes, there we go. It's working. Nice. Okay. I've worked out the shout outs. Hello, what's this? Recycling, I think. I got distracted again. Talisay, I think was where I was looking for. Talisay City. Let's try and get a vibe on whether it was... which island would certainly be handy to know. So in terms of the Philippines, try looking at the Philippines. That's a start. So many times I've inadvertently gone Indonesia for the Philippines. Presumably Talisay is quite a big city. And the region was Negros Occidente. I wonder actually if it's in, I guess this would be Manila region. I feel like Talisay City is kind of familiar, but Oriental means east and Occidental means the opposite of east would be west. Western Visayas. How do I put that information to use? City of Batak, Santa Ana, Santa Cruz. I feel like it's on the main island here. That's where they'd be spending their tax money, where most of the people are located. Naga City. Is it like a Japanese city? Naga? Surely it's got to be quite a large city anyway. General Santos City. No, not that. I'm going to drop it in the north here somewhere. Not there. Santiago City. Okay, I give up. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to open the map there. It wasn't actually Talisay City. Enrique Bay, it would be Megaluna? Okay, I promise. One day I'll spend time on the Philippines. I did have a look at region guessing Russia. I've given up on that. Labels for cities are usually way off on the map of the Phillies. That was my experience going to South Korea the first time. You see the label, just look for a nearby town. Some of the labels on the maps for road numbers. I was looking for a road number yesterday. I can't remember where it was, what country, but it was just completely mislabeled. It gave me zero chance. I guess this is Brazil. I don't want to go this way. This looks like the Amazon. Hopefully it's not, I guess it could be Cambodia as well. I think they have some red soil there. Quite lush. Are these planted pines? Actually got some cows here. Interesting. Whenever I see cows, I just want to go Uruguay, but surely this is not flat enough and very red. So I think it's got to be Brazil. There's a bunch of cows. You don't often see, well, I guess you do in wherever this is, but you often see a bunch of cows hanging out under palm trees. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to get to anything. Well, my score's not great, so I might as well just... Oh, here we go. Suddenly got to it. Oh my gosh. So, definitely Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, presumably. Not sure what they're... No trucks. Because of the high roads. I'm not sure why they've got these arrows indicated. It's dangerous, presumably. There's a pole, very useful. And what have I got? 2 minutes. I can probably find something. Bailed on that. Now just looking at some motorcyclist. Oh my gosh. The coverage is kind of scanning in and out. So we're going north-south. That's pretty normal, I guess. Quite lush. I might just put a guess in so I don't run out of time. Let's go south of Belém again. Should probably find a road. Here's a nice north-south road. It was off the north-south road. That won't matter. I'm not going to be close anyway. If I'm within 1,000 kilometres, I'd be very surprised. It's like 600 miles or something. Should look for something obvious, like make sure there's no piranha pines. I don't see any. I think I'll just drop it there. 363 kilometres. That's amazing. What a guess. Is nearby Villa Brasiline. Gosh, Brazil's another one. So on the list is Brazil, Australia. I've got to get Australia better because that's where I'm from and it's very embarrassing to get a poor guess in Australia. 20,000. Could do better. Philippines, Russia. A lot of tiled roofs here. This sign is cooked, but it's Greek. Water North. I feel like this could be an island. It's the problem with Greece is the islands. The US and Canada, got to get better. I think I've had 2 5Ks in Canada recently, by chance, and one of them was excruciating. It was just excruciating. I think it took all of 10 minutes just looking for like a bridge crossing. Does it say anything? Can't quite make it out. It says AEP something something something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might just look. So the water was all over the place. I think this is an island, surely. It's like a coastal road somewhere to the north of an island. If I can locate Greece, that would be a start. It seems like a fairly small island. I don't know what coverage there is on these islands though. Maybe I can't pick a very small island unless I've had this before where it's like here. Can I see anything across the water? There's a bunch of mountains as well, I think. It's kind of like a bay here to the north. Like this. But then that would mean there's a bunch of ferries over here. I don't think that's a good guess. And there's a bunch of mountains as well. Like this. Is that mountains here? That could be alright, I think. Not too sure. I don't love it, that's for sure. But let's go there. Oh my gosh, it was just on the mainland. Stormio Beach. I definitely could have travelled around a bit more there. I got the island vibe and overcommitted. I should have travelled around to look. Not to worry. There are worse things. I got the country right. What's my streak at? 13. Let's try and extend it to 20. Although I'm not too sure about this. It's a red cross, but I don't think it's Switzerland straight off the bat. Looks, could be Scandinavian. What about the bus stop? 4 windows. Kind of like Latvia, or I think Estonia has 4 windows. Probably a myriad of other places. Some Christmas decorations. Hopefully they light up at night, otherwise that's pretty lame. It couldn't be any lamer. This is Lithuania. Couldn't be any lamer than... Could it be? What's with these dashes on the outside? I think that's... Well, it could be Estonia, actually. I think maybe Estonia with that guy. Somewhere in the... What do they call it? The Baltics, I guess. Looks Lastida. Baltic bus stop scheme is from top to bottom 454 for bus windows, yeah. And I think in Lithuania they have the same kind of crossing as Russia, but I think the head's separated. So I think this is Estonia. I'm not sure about the outside dashes here. Got birches. And the signage seems a bit dodgy. I like that they've got a bin next to the park bench. What are they looking at? Nothing special by the looks. It's just like they had budget for a park bench, so they just stuck it here. Kind of unnerving having a park bench looking into your backyard. Why is she... There's a nice footpath here. Some people are stubborn, although it's probably could be a bit dangerous to cross the road. I do know something about Estonian language. It's the only one with the E with the bar across the top. I'm not sure what that's in aid of. It's probably physical fitness or something horrible. It's like a university town. Maybe this is... I don't know where they'd have a university, but Cannot confirm this is Estonian. Why is it all the language capitalised? It's kind of a bit weird. It's a very professional graffiti, which is good. I should just travel to signs straight away. There's a mountain, maybe. Kotka. None of these places are familiar to me. Maybe I should scan. Let's have a... What's this about? Can I find Kotka? Tartu. Let's make a click in here. I've only got a minute left. Did I have a road number? That would be handy. If I'm not in the right country, then this is going to be all for nothing. Vinistu. It does sound familiar, Vinistu. Killing Nomi. I don't know. Click middle. There. For some reason, I never scanned north enough, or the borders. Nearby Burger Town. Gosh. Dashes can look a bit Swedish. I've gotten used to distinguishing a bit, plus the non-yellow signs. The more finished the language look, the less it'd be likely to be Lithuania or Latvia. That's a good tip. From bend upside down, upside down. That is really close to Finland. I'm getting better at Finland, Sweden, Norway, but it's still problematic. Double letters and vowels. That's what kind of screwed me up there. It's a flag of something. It's what screwed me up with Belgium as well. I'm getting better at Belgium, but it just sometimes looks so Dutch. Ooh, hello. Driving right. Let's see over this side of the road. Speed control. Watch me screw this one up. It says dual. Sneaky Belgium, yeah. I had North Belgium, it's like canals and everything, but the cars just didn't have yellow plates. And then I was like, oh, okay, this kind of makes sense if it's Belgium, I guess. I should be able to get this straight. I think this is probably Jordan or something. Jerash. Not familiar. Hey, yeah, there we go. Erebid. The region of Belgium next to Luxembourg is called Luxembourg. Very helpful. I've had some real bait location, place names. So, straight ahead is Jerash and Irbid. So Irbid is here. Where's Jerash? How far is Jerash? As salt. But Arabic countries, here's Jerash here. So I guess we have to be on this road. Nearby the Dibeen Forest Reserve. And then Abu Nasir. Vegas Farm. Not that Vegas. Come on, what was the name? Abu Nusir. Al-Kitty? So Jerash is here. Surely it's not too far off the road. This is New Zakwa. Oh, there's Old Aqua. It's gonna be good points anyway. What else is there? So there's a city. What's that? East. Quite a big one. That's probably Amman. That would make sense. But where could we be? 437, does that go through Jerash? Not really. It's got to be on this road. Royal Villa is over here. The interchange. This is a divided road. But Jerash University's over there. Could that be Jerash over there? Yeah, it could be. So maybe we're here. And nope. 22 kilometers away. Zuwaitina. Al Amir Hamazah. I don't feel bad about that. That's fine. Oh, my streak's up to 15 and we're in New Zealand. Oop, that's a kind of a weird New Zealand actually. I haven't really seen this reflector. I feel like New Zealand's a bit willy-nilly with their... There's a Kiwi sign. Kiwi live here. It's not exactly correct English, but you can't expect that from New Zealanders. And the red text is very nice. I think the red text on the sign is better than the Australian black text. So I'm just going to vibe guess this one because New Zealand's horrible. Yeah, I didn't... I've seen a couple of... Like this dual reflector, I think red, on a similar kind of pole is Ecuador, a round pole or a black pole, like a white pole. I think this is probably all the way north of North Island, just judging by the... I have no vibe on New Zealand, but north of Auckland here. Wow, it was all the way north. Well, not all the way, but quite a way. Ecuador is South America. Ecuador, I reckon there's a few places, 3 places at least, which you go, I have no idea what's going on here, and then you go, it's just so weird. You go, oh right, it's New Zealand, or oh right, it's Ecuador, or Uruguay. That's why it looks just a little funky. So those 3 definitely are a little funky. They're like somewhere else, but not quite. Like initially when I was going New Zealand, I'm like, this is definitely Australia, but just a little off, something not quite right about it, which is 100% what New Zealand is. I shouldn't really bash New Zealanders. They're lovely. New Zealand is America's Canada at the moment. It's like always joking that they should be absorbed into Australia. So Africa I have a problem with too. So driving left, I thought maybe Uganda here, but not too sure. What are the number plates? So I think what Kenya is yellow back plates. I'm not sure about Uganda. Oh, the things you'll learn. Dial *150# to join the fastest internet in the new world. What do you mean by new world? The things you potentially could learn on the internet. But mostly you're just going to look at memes and cat videos. Which is how I get all my news. I don't watch the news. Just find out from the memes. Let's check this beer. Bell beer. Hmm. hoping for a domain just to help with my confirmation bias here. Uganda, I was right. It could be Kampala as well. I'm not too sure about Kampala. I don't know why I got the Uganda vibe. It's kind of interesting I had a clock here, I meant to check that out. Safaricom, yes, in Kenya. I couldn't keep that in my brain. It's like Safaricom is Kenya. But I had a pretty good read on Namibia. It seems fairly... Rwanda's a bit problematic for me. I think I'll go Kampala here. It seems quite populated. Yep, nice. 4987. 23727, didn't do it. What time was that? 16 minutes 34 seconds, and I was about 600 points shy of my personal best. Probably got time for one more, but it better be a good one. Maybe two. I think Kampala is the only real coverage. I've been stung. I don't keep up to date with Entebbe. I did have some weird... I shouldn't have started the round and then start speculating on Uganda. I think Mbale, or... Yeah, I think it was Mbale I'd had before. It took me ages to find it. Anyway, what was that one? Yumbi. Great place names. Although, speaking of Kenya, oh no, they're water buffalo. Which could still be Kenya, I guess. Are they water buffalo? Yeah, one of the best, well, it's kind of a big call, but national parks, yeah. I think there was a weird Uganda national park. It might have been Kenya. They're setting up for a festival or something, and there's like security forces, like a couple of guys with semi-automatic weapons. I think, like, there's a sign saying "Do not get out of your vehicle," and I think it was purely because of animal attacks. And I think the security was there to like guard against animal attacks. I'm not super sure about this round here. Some amazing, that's probably the joy in GeoGuessr. That's why I don't really, not too concerned with points. I just like to see stuff. Kind of like, you see it a lot, so it's not like amazing, but just people hanging their washing out. It's like everyone all around the world mundanely doing washing and hanging it out. It's what unites us as a species. Mundane chores. I don't know what's going on here. This looks like cattle droppings, grass-topped houses, these fences, washing. Look at that. I'm not sure if that's a dedicated washing line or they've got a fence that they're utilising. What people use for washing lines is really fascinating too. I think, difficult to say, that might be dedicated. Cabbage palms, this is all very concerning. Here's some writing, thank you. Can I read it though? Not really. The poles are a help. I do not know poles. It's got A-frame, it looks like they're square, concrete. Not Mexico, surely. What about these poles? I think I've got a young baby at the moment, so it's hard to do any study off stream for GeoGuessr. But I did catch the start of the polls video from Zigzag. I'm not sure how old it is, probably fairly old. But the first one was like UK polls, and it has the steps. Like the steps in the polls. And the number of times I've probably overlooked that before. Not that the UK is super difficult, but I don't know, probably I'm going to make a hash of this one. We've got balcony drying here in Ho Chi Minh City. There's a pain in the neck too because it's the wet season. Well, I don't know if it's technically the wet season, but it's raining every day, pretty heavily. So if you don't time it right, I've been monologuing and not really focused on what's going on here. This is India. He's on the left, yeah. I think this is like down here. Oh, the number of times I've gone India for Sri Lanka. Yesterday I had some really good Sri Lanka vibe. The polls weren't Indian. Frick, this is Korea. South Korea. I can just tell instantly it's South Korea, not North Korea. Which, if you're going to Japan, skipping across to South Korea is totally worth it. It's more difficult than Japan to negotiate if you go outside of Seoul, but I don't know if this could be Seoul. I don't think so. I think I've had a couple of 5Ks in Korea recently. Just lucky scanning. If you see square concrete poles like that, it's Thailand 1. A special vibe check, not dirty, and Sri Lanka should be considered. There's a lot to learn. Do you know one thing is Asia does high density living so well. In Australia, like you'd kind of expect a house with a yard and a garden and all that kind of stuff. But if you're willing to just have a nice unit somewhere here, it's kind of affordable, which a lot of places like Australia are getting quite unaffordable. It's a pretty big place. Let me check. Could it be Seoul? It doesn't get... I don't get Seoul vibes here. Hang on, what's this? It might be Seoul. I feel like I've climbed up to there or something. It's like, I don't know, somewhere here. So we're west of there. I don't know, somewhere here. Kind of. It's a bit more central. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. I think I've climbed up to that whatever the thing at the top is. I didn't mean to, I just followed the path and eventually it led all the way up there. Got some cool public toilets around there. Okay, so this is like... This is the bollard I have the most trouble with because I learnt the German bollard and then it turns out there's a whole bunch of places that use a similar kind of bollard. Which is why I've got a list of European bollards open because I've kind of screwed this up quite royally in the past. So Switzerland has a similar kind of bollard. Is this low cam? You expect to see some bigger mountains. Hiking trails in Hong Kong, yeah. I haven't had a lot of Hong Kong rounds and I did screw it up and think it was Taiwan. It's like a Spanish deer. No, this is the athletic deer. Man, they've spammed the bollards here. I'm not sure about this blue on the bollard either. I'm not familiar with that. What are the other options for this kind of bollard? This is not mountainous enough for Switzerland, surely. Some good honest work there. Farming. I don't know, I was listening to something on the YouTubes yesterday about Rome. And here we go. All the Roman legions, I can't even remember when it was, but they confiscated all the this language is kind of confusing to me. All the farmland from the farmers, because they'd promised Roman legions a bunch of money that they couldn't afford, so they gave them all farmlands. And all these legions thought, all the soldiers thought, oh, this would be an easy lark. And it turned out farming is very, very hard. And they ended up abandoning the farms and creating a little mini famine. I think everyone thinks farming's idyllic, but what's with this U? Interesting. So the blue is intentional. Well, of course it's intentional, but it's like it's got a reason for it. For the deer, no doubt. I'm just going to plonk. Could this be German? I don't know. Is it Austria? No, I don't think they have that. Do they have that bollard? What about Switzerland? That was my initial thought. No, I think Germany. It's kind of north here. Okay, so I hadn't actually seen that blue on the German bollard before. Oh, here it is. It cries as like a mini state in Germany. So much to learn. It was just central. If I clicked central, that would have been fine. There's a lot of bad places in Germany, which I got baited by too, because I think they've got bad places in Austria or something. Switzerland, 264 kilometers away. Yeah, Arabic again, UAE, okay. I'm willing to... Prizes are the thing, then it will have the name of the particular one after. That... If I'd seen that, I could have been baited for Turkey. It's not exactly a minaret, but it's that kind of style. So I guess this is like, I don't know where Ajman in UAE is, but it should be a fairly easy plonk, presuming they're not... There it is. Bam. I'm not going to 5k it. Is there a mosque nearby? There's the museum. Day-to-day Ajman. Now I'm scanning. I'm not scanning. There we go. 7.5 kilometres. I thought it'd be closer than that. It's nearby the ladies' park. That's problematic. Why? I guess this is Europe. Outside white lines, no centre line. Is it birches? Kind of crooked. Normally they're a lot straighter than that. Orison. Gonna have to rely on some language here, even though the language isn't not my specialty. This R. Svahova. Orison Svahova. Is this Romania? No, the A with the hat is special to Romania. There's no holy poles. There's a ton of bins. That's an amazing quantity of bins. So, what will I do? It's like a similar kind of bollard to before. Like the German bollard. This one doesn't have blue. Is it fatter though? Maybe I should go back and have a quick look here. It does look chunkier. Those bollards seem wrong. Yeah. That's a nice little hay rick. I'm not sure what you call it. Look, counterfeit. It's not even properly aligned here. It's extending all the way. There's no holy poles. There's a ton. This is Czech. That's a really odd bollard to have there. I'm not sure. I can't remember the unique characters in Czech and Slovak. Does that look right? It looks like it has a few too many reflectors on it. It's like an Italian reflector or something. Maybe they collect reflectors. Probably. It seems like a thing they've done there. I don't know why that. I guess it's like, it's not implausible that as GeoGuessr gets more popular, people are just sticking bait things in there around about the place. There's special E in Czechia, I think. I've been trying to learn GeoPeter's European language. Yeah, I think this is Czechia. How long did it take me to get to that? Like 4 minutes. And I still don't have the confidence to know 100% that it's Czechia. But it probably is. I think there was a town name or something here. Angry R. Interesting. So this said, the hat. Svahova, Orison, Svahova. I had a round in Pilsen before. Yesterday, I think. That was the highlight of my month. I'd love to visit Pilsen. Or Czechia anyway. Czechia and Slovakia. I don't see it. I'm just going to click middle here. Oh, it's always right on the border. So, whoops. The European letter cheat sheet from GeoPeter. The E here is Czechia. And Slovakia has the A double dot. And the O, the angry O, and they share these, okay. Flew to Prague and had a $15 train ride to Bratislava. Hop a train. It's like Bratislava, it just makes me think of, 22:03. I'm going to play one more game. Then I'm pretty sure the baby's going to be awake and ready for her walk, presumably. It's a bit overcast outside. Normally she's not allowed to go to walk if it's raining. Oh no. I don't know flags. I try and block out the car, but it's almost impossible. Is this like Rwanda or something? Oh gosh, I'm going to drop it there because I don't want to think about it. Oh, driving right, hang on. French. Interesting, like Ghana. How do I not know flags? That's so weird. I know Pays Bas is French for Netherlands. That seems a bit overly complicated. Just trying to think of flags. I can't even recall any flags. Congo. Can maybe... Congo's not covered, so it's Congo Nile Trail. Is it really? There's washing on wood, on bamboo, maybe, or maybe just wood. Kamembe. That kind of sounds Ugandan. I'm sure you're giving me hints of the French there, but it was Rwanda. Gosh, why didn't I stick to my guns? Got the health post nearby. Those border regions are really cool. The Congo would be an amazing one to have covered in GeoGuessr. I would think the chances of that happening ever is almost nil, but what you can dream. So yellow outside lines and white. So this could be Botswana. Yeah, I wish I had gone Rwanda there. It was my initial thought, but then I had a few bad guessing Rwanda on Uganda moments. Yeah, especially I think Uganda has a lot of, you see like European Union flagged, oh, what's with that arrow? The stars, the circle of stars from the EU, listed on a lot of places. I don't know if it ever comes up because I don't get a lot of Laos rounds, but I noticed in Laos there's a lot of countries contributing funds because it's quite a poor nation and got a bit screwed over in the past with regional conflicts. This is somewhere in Africa, I think. Somewhere to the south. How about this cow? I don't think it's Namibia. I think it's Botswana. It's a cool... Oh, it is Botswana with the yellow and black pole. Kind of travelling north-south. Botswana. I don't know how much is covered. Probably not a huge amount. I should probably just go in the south here. On the A1. Yeah, I'm not going to commit to the A1 or the A2. It's here, probably. It was, again, right on the border. Had a few Botswana, South Africa border rounds. It's a bit of a 50-50 toss-up, but that one had the yellow and black pole, so that the bumblebee pole. Someone told me that in stream. And it sticks, Botswana bumblebee. All I need is 3,000 alliterative clues, prompts, and I'll have GeoGuessr sorted. Driving right, there's got these centre lines, which is kind of really interesting. It's like a divided road, but not quite. I guess this is the US. No front plate. Like Nevada or something. I don't know. Two hours of complete guesses is enough to cook my brain mostly. Report drunk drivers. So, someone told me on stream the other day that Minnesota has the drunkest drivers, or the drunkest people in the US. I forget what the second was. It was kind of like Wisconsin, I think. It was told to me as a fact, so it's probably a fact. Mile 299. I don't know that that's any help to me. I hope it's not Wyoming. I've been hoping, like I've had a couple of Wyoming rounds, but it's my favourite state in the US and it rarely ever comes up. And if it ever comes up, I'm probably going to screw it up. I don't know, this is probably that kind of area. I might go Colorado, Utah, Wyoming. New Mexico. It didn't even occur to me, New Mexico, 826 kilometers away. I think Minnesota's known for the Twin Cities. That's Minnesota, right? The Minnesota State Fair, that's where. What is going on here? Looks Italian. It's an Italian bollard. Phew. It could be Albania, I guess, but just going to quickly check the crossing. Okay, so 5 with decapitated head. Let's just review this bus stop quickly. It's got a notice board, which I like. It's got good visibility for the bus coming. A timetable. Well marked. Fermata Richesta. It's got waves on there. It looks like it may be coastal or something. They haven't utilised the seating 100%. And I don't think there's a bin. It's a bit too modern for my liking. But it has basically everything you need. I'll give it 7 out of 10. Ice Sculpture Park. It's like somewhere in Scandinavia they have like the ice bar. It's probably Norway, I think. Castillo de Borgo Maggiore Colungo. I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced. Colungo. It's probably something much more romantic. Colungo. Okay, I don't know. Italy somewhere. It's quite nice. It's probably somewhere a little historic. Benevento. What about Perugia? San Marino. Oh my god. I didn't even get Italy. What the heck is wrong with San Marino? Normally it says San Marino, maybe it did. Yeah. I used to watch like snow fishing where they drag, I think that's Canada. A lot of times in Canada they drag little huts onto the ice, drill holes. Mostly they drop their mobile phone down the hole when a fish strikes, but you don't see many of them going through the ice. I guess there must be something precious in this tatty old shed. This kind of looks like Melbourne. It's gum trees. To be honest with, yeah, this is Australia, but see if I can screw up Australia for the last. Murray. This is Melbourne. Melbourne Raw Water Tower. They had an outbreak of, I forget what, Giardia or something in Melbourne like last year. I don't know, some waterborne illness. Carlton Draft. Soldiers Memorial Gardens. I don't exactly know where it is here. Somewhere nearby the Murray River. But yeah, they had to go testing all the water towers, all the water tanks on top of the office buildings in the city. I don't think anyone died or anything. It wasn't something lethal, but this goes to show civilization's only Murray Shire. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Murray Shire. Civilization is only a litre of untreated water away. Deep. I'm not sure. I couldn't quite work out the analogy there. Long Paddock Visitor Site. It's a bunch of weirdo stuff here. The bowling club. It's very typical Australia with the bowls club and the pub with the Carlton Draft. Depending on the state, you'd have 4X. The Ampol service station. Do you know what happened? Because I'm like in Ho Chi Minh City, every 3 months, every 3 weeks I get kind of sick. Every 3 months I get like horrendously sick. And on Saturday, I was so badly food poisoned. I honestly rated my chance of survival at 15%. It was just the worst food poisoning I've had in my whole life. I don't know where Bunaloo is. I'm just going to plonk this somewhere near Melbourne. I really got to go see the baby. Where's the Murray River? It sounds like something I should know. Somewhere nearby Melbourne. Ballarat. Fish Creek. Surely that's somewhere. I was just lying in the shower, squirting out both ends. Oh, there's Murray there. It was the worst. I was just like so sick. And then 24 hours later, recovered no problems. 21178. That's not too bad. Anyway, I do have to go now. It's good to chat. Good to try and get some good guesses in there. Some shocking ones as well, obviously, as per usual. But I learned some things which I'm going to try and retain in my memory box. Going to find someone to raid for Twitch. But keep in touch, and I'll catch you later. There's not too many GeoGuessrs here. French and English. Family friendly. Cyrillic. Oh my gosh. 247 Marco. Hopefully they're nice. French and English. I don't like your chances, but I don't see anyone else, so raid away.